In this podcast episode, Dr. Mindy Pelz explores the complexities of fasting, weight loss, and particularly the challenges of losing belly fat. She delves into how the body responds to fasting, the importance of varying fasting routines, the critical role of protein and fat in the diet, and the impact of stress and toxins on weight gain. Dr. Pelz also highlights the influence of gut microbes on cravings and eating behaviors, provides insights into blood sugar management, and discusses sustainable ways to approach nutrition and health habits. Dr. Pelz emphasizes that one of the most detrimental mistakes people make when fasting is using the same fasting routine every day without variation. The human body thrives on hormetic stress, small stressors that force adaptation, so repeatedly doing the same fasting pattern causes the body to slow metabolism, conserving energy and making it difficult to burn fat. She advocates for feast-famine cycling, varying the length and timing of fasts to mimic the natural fluctuations humans experienced throughout evolution. This approach prevents the body from adapting to a single routine and supports ongoing fat burning. Fasting should be tailored according to an individual's lifestyle, daily schedule, and for women, hormonal cycles. For example, a busy mother might shift her eating window later during the weekdays to prioritize family dinners, but move it earlier during weekends to accommodate social activities. Dr. Pelz stresses the importance of adjusting fasting and eating windows dynamically rather than rigidly adhering to one schedule, which supports long-term adherence and aligns better with people's real lives. For those focused on muscle gain, particularly when following a plant-based diet, Dr. Pelz points out that nutrition timing around workouts is crucial. Eating a small amount of protein before a workout helps fuel muscles and prevent excessive muscle breakdown during exercise. Post-workout nutrition is essential for refueling and recovery. In this context, fasting windows can be adjusted to later in the day to optimize performance and muscle building without compromising fasting benefits. Dr. Pelz highlights circadian rhythm considerations, advising that most eating should occur during daylight hours. Eating later in the evening, especially in darkness when melatonin is high, can lead to increased insulin resistance and impaired metabolic health. Aligning food intake with natural light cycles supports better blood sugar regulation and overall metabolic functioning. Belly fat accumulation is strongly linked to chronic stress and elevated cortisol levels. Dr. Pelz explains how excess cortisol, in response to stress, prompts fat storage around the belly as a protective mechanism. She encourages movement and physical activity when stressed, since cortisol is designed to prepare the body for action. Remaining sedentary while stressed exacerbates weight gain. Simple activities like walking and spending time in nature can help lower cortisol and reduce belly fat. Additionally, fostering supportive social environments reduces cortisol-inducing negativity and improves metabolic health. Toxins play a significant role in fat accumulation and metabolic disruption. The body stores harmful substances, such as chemicals from processed foods, pesticides, plastics, and many skincare products, in fat tissue, especially around the belly and chest. Dr. Pelz emphasizes awareness of these obesogens and advocates consuming whole, minimally processed foods and selecting clean, chemical-free personal care items. She warns that many everyday products contain compounds that chemically reprogram stem cells to become fat cells, exacerbating obesity trends, particularly in children. Cravings and eating behaviors are partially influenced by the gut microbiome. Dr. Pelz discusses how certain microbes and fungi in the gut send signals to the brain that drive cravings, particularly for sugar and processed foods. These microbes manipulate taste buds and food preferences to ensure their survival. Fasting creates breaks for these microbes, reducing their numbers and shifting cravings towards healthier foods. This microbial influence highlights why many people struggle with controlling cravings and why fasting can be an effective strategy to reset eating patterns. Protein is described as the hero macronutrient, essential for hormone production, neurotransmitter synthesis, and muscle growth. Dr. Pelz recommends prioritizing protein at every meal while building the rest of the plate around it. Although general guidelines often cite 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight for muscle gain, she underscores the importance of individual experimentation noting that some people may not tolerate very high protein intakes. The key is consistency with adequate protein rather than obsessively counting grams. Dr. Pelz distinguishes between healthy and toxic fats. Highly processed industrial seed oils such as canola, soybean, corn, and cottonseed oils act as toxins that contribute to fat storage and inflammation. In contrast, natural fats like olive oil, avocado oil, MCT oil, and certain nut oils support metabolic health. These healthy fats promote satiety, stabilize blood sugar, and nourish the brain. Using olive oil generously is an easy way to curb hunger and improve focus, potentially reducing cravings for unhealthy snacks later in the day. Managing blood sugar is critical in weight and metabolic health. Dr. Pelz points out that the number and duration of blood sugar spikes after meals are more important than simply counting calories. Quick recovery, ideally within 90 minutes of a meal, indicates good insulin sensitivity. She cites research showing that compressing food intake into an 8-hour window with 16 hours of fasting helps the body reset metabolically, blunting the adverse effects of processed foods. This approach supports long-term control of blood sugar and inflammatory markers. Dr. Pelz highlights how many women are disconnected from their bodies, often driven by cultural ideals and societal pressures to appear a certain way. This disconnect leads to unhealthy dieting practices that can disrupt hormones and metabolic health, such as excessively low-calorie intake causing loss of menstrual cycles or thyroid problems. She challenges the cultural notion of ideal body size and encourages reconnecting with the body's natural rhythms and needs rather than forcing it to conform to unrealistic standards. Recognizing that expensive technologies and supplements are not accessible to everyone, Dr. Pelz advocates for practical and affordable health strategies. Fasting is presented as a universally available tool that requires no financial investment and can create powerful momentum toward better health, even in stressful, time-limited circumstances. She stresses the importance of observable health symptoms, such as post-meal energy levels, mental clarity, and controlled cravings, as everyday indicators of metabolic well-being in the absence of costly testing. Motivation alone is often not enough to sustain behavior change. Dr. Pelz emphasizes the importance of momentum, small, consistent actions that build over time to create lasting habits. Learning to fast effectively can be the gateway to long-term health improvements, providing noticeable results within weeks, such as reduced fat and improved energy. This momentum helps overcome initial discomfort and leads to sustainable lifestyle shifts rather than short-term dieting efforts.